Dinner. It's time for dinner. And I have a little story to tell you, I guess, or we do. Maybe you could fill in the blanks that I might forget. Yeah, remember last Saturday night when we went out for dinner?
Oh, yes.
With Nick and Sarah?
Yes.
We met them at 6 o'clock at one of our favorite restaurants in town. And we were treating them for dinner.
It's the Rathskeller.
Okay, the Rathskeller. We have made videos at the Rathskeller, even, if you look back, you know. And when we got there, Nick told us that all the tables are fully booked. And so we thought, well, then we may have to go somewhere else. But for some reason, we ended up all stepping inside the restaurant. And one of the waitresses said, I'll see what I can do for you. And moments later, she came back and said, well, there is a table reserved for 7:30. Oh, dinner! What do we got here? Chicken and cauliflowers.
Cauliflower, cheese, and dry rub chicken.
Dry rub chicken.
Dry rub baked chicken.
Anyway,
yeah.
So, what happened then? She came back and said, well, we have people who've reserved for 7:30. And we're looking at our watches going, well, it's 6. You know, we have enough time to eat. Yeah.
We figured that was doable.
So, we come in and we've got a nice table for all of us. And we order wonderful, fantastic food.
And we eat it, and we're just finishing up, and
we're thinking of getting dessert, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. And the girl that was waiting on our table had mentioned something about the people who are already here, and I said, oh, gee, that's early.
Yeah, seeing as it was about 10 to 7.
Yeah.
If not a little earlier.
And I never thought anything of it. And she said, but, you know, no big deal.
No big deal.
Right.
Exactly.
So I guess they looked and saw that we were finishing up and, you know, basically. Yeah. And anyways, then another lady comes to the table. And she says that the people were here for their table. And I said, well, we had this table till 7:30. No, till 7. I go, well, you're mistaken because the girl went and checked, and that's her over there, and she told us 7:30, and we decided at that point that it was doable. Had it have been only an hour, we wouldn't have taken the table. Well, I don't know what to say. The people are here. I said, well, I'm sorry, but I guess, you know, the girl that told us 7:30 should go and apologize to them. Because we're just about to order dessert. Well, I don't know what to say because the people are waiting. And finally I said, I don't care.
You told her she was handling it poorly, didn't you?
Well, that was later.
Okay.
That was later. So then Sarah comes along. And Sarah was in the bathroom, so she didn't know what transpired. So she was chatting away with her, and you know, I couldn't really hear what they were saying, but like Sarah was like, whoa, she was not impressed. You know. So the woman kept saying, well, I don't know what to say, the people are here. I said, well, I guess you better go have somebody apologize to them, you know, like we were basically told to get out.
And you know what I said at that point? I said to her, and I just looked up at her, because I was sitting down, of course she's pretty tall. And I said, well, gee, thanks for spoiling my dining experience over here. You know, this is not the way to conduct a business.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure that everyone in the restaurant heard me, because I said it in my
loud, gruff voice.
My loud, gruff, booming voice that sort of carries.
And, you know, what I'm thinking is, you know, we're not hard people to get along with.
No.
You know, they got us a table. We were thankful for that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was her attitude. Like, we were shit. Like, get out. The people that reserved are here. And that's fine, but even the girl that told us 7:30 came over and apologized. I said, you know what? That's okay. It was a mistake. Mistakes happen. You know, we told the waitress, your tip will be the same. You know.
I think I shorted her a bit on the tip because I just wanted to get out of there.
Whatever.
Anyways.
It still was generous enough, more than most people leave. Anyways,
well, I felt like not paying at all, really.
Yeah. You know, knowing that this woman was the owner, and I said to her, I said, you know what? You have handled this very poorly. She says, I know that's what you think. And I said,
the
no.
people are here.
I said, I know, that's not what I think. That's what I know. And she says, yeah, I realize that's what you think you know. Or whatever. Like,
right.
Oh. And then she says, but the people are here. You know, and I just remember saying, I don't care. But as it turns out, we did leave. And we got her business card and her name. And we will definitely be putting a review in on their webpage.
Well, telling them here already which restaurant it was. I told my chiropractor this morning about the experience.
Yeah, tell everybody.
Yeah, and I told him, I bet you want to know what restaurant it is. And he's looking down at me going, because I'm lying on the table, and he goes, well, I say, it was the Rathskeller. He says, really? You know, I've gone there many times.
And we have, and it's been fine. I don't know whether this woman's stressed out. I even said to the...
She is stressed, obviously. Nobody, if they're not stressed, would act that way.
Yeah. I even said to one of the girls that was waiting on the table, I said, is your boss a bit of a hothead? And she looked at me and she goes, yep. I said, I'm sorry for you, you know, that you have to work under those conditions. But, hey, I mean, that's always a person's choice. So I don't know whether she was stressed out because it was a busy night or what the fuck, but who cares?
Exactly.
We don't deserve to be treated like that, you know? That table was empty. We dropped over $100 in that hour.
At that table, which would have otherwise been empty.
Exactly. You know. Anyways, we ended up going to the Dairy Queen for dessert, so it was fun.
Yeah.
You know, it was memorable. It was something to talk about. But we're going to have to think long and hard before we go back to that place.
No, there's no thinking involved. I'm not going.
Good. I was hoping that you would say
Even
that.
though I love the food there. It's one of my
too.
favorites. I mean, I've been going there for 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, and
that did it. Especially that she was the owner. You know, had she been a manager or, you know, just a head waitress or something like that, you know, probably, you know, she'd be fired by now, but...
Well, she's the owner.
She's the owner, so... Anyways. So be it.
Yeah, bon appetit.
Bon appetit.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig. Food Quig.
Food Quig.